Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Sally Ann.
And we're going to be the principal trainers on the With Insight Diploma course. Now, we've been taking a lot of phone calls over the last few months, and there seemed to be a sort of basic number of questions being answered by people who are interested in doing the diploma. And Sally and I are going to just spend a little bit of time, just a few minutes, going over some of those. And one of the main questions we've been asked, Sal, is from people really who've been out of full-time education for quite a number of years, either mums at home or people, you know, working and not done any sort of formal training for a long time. The way that the diploma is structured, it really encourages everybody to learn, irrespective of how long it has been since they've done any formal training, and irrespective of the way in which they learn. And that's because we follow what we call the tell, show, do method of training. So whether it be Sally or I going over one of the new skills or techniques or new area of knowledge which we're introducing into the course, what we do to start off with is just we talk about it a little bit, give you the understanding and really go over the skill itself. Then what we do is we will demonstrate it, lots and lots of demonstrations with people that we bring in or with the actual students themselves. And then what we do is we get you to actually practice it.
And that's really why the course is so fun to be on. We really love teaching it because we want to be having fun with doing what we're doing too. So one of the strengths of the course is that we do a lot of experiential learning. So that'll be a chance for you to practice in small pair groups, in small groups, to then get really good feedback in so that you really feel confident that you've got it and you know how to actually do the skill. So it's one of the strengths of the course that it's very active learning, which makes it much more fun too.
And we've got a mentoring programme as well, haven't we?
So everybody who comes on the course will be assigned their own mentor who will work with them from day one all the way through the course, and in fact even following them up till after the course, because we do have a very clear system of aftercare for people who graduate from the course. We don't just leave you at the end with having qualified and just push you out there to go and work with clients. There's a very, very strong section on the course to help you market yourself, to get really established in a practice that's very, very grounded, so that you know that you can actually make a living from this if that's what you choose to do. And there's a lot of help that goes in afterwards to really ensure that there's a bridge between the end of the course and you actually starting your practice with clients. So that's one of the things that's a really effective part of what we offer with Insight.
And the feedback from other courses that we've run from that sort of programme is always very positive, because it's not just the fact that you take your exams and on that great day you get your certificate and then we let you go. That doesn't happen. And if you need that support, it's very much available to you for about two or three months. I think we're doing it after the course is run. So you'll be getting that expert help from not just people who've been trained how to give marketing help and support to people just setting up, but people who've actually been through that experience and come through it and set up their own successful businesses.
And we're committed to it because we wish that had happened to us when we had finished our training, and we know how useful that would be, so that's what we'd like to offer you. It works.
And the other thing that comes up quite a lot on the phone calls is the dreaded exams. Now, because hypnosis and actually learning therapeutic intervention, effective therapeutic work with people, is essentially a practical experience. You can be the brightest therapist in the world, but unless you can actually translate your skills and knowledge into helping somebody get better, that skills and knowledge is not going to take you very far. So the course that we've set up is essentially, the whole examination process is essentially a very practical experience, and 50% of all the marks is of Sally and myself and the other trainers and supervisors just observing your client practices, and that's done in a very friendly small groups, 3-4 times throughout the year. So it's an ongoing process. There's not just one big exam at the end where you're assessed for your whole year's work. It's an ongoing process, and in this way we can build your knowledge. So at each assessment you will get detailed feedback of how you've done, and the encouragement and support from your tutors and mentor to build on what you're doing well already, and to be able to sort of fill in some of those missing skill gaps. So by the end of the course you're really confident in practicing those skills.
Absolutely, we want you to do well, so we've deliberately made the course very human, so that you feel that you can actually manage every step of the way, and to be really confident, so that by the time you come out to graduate at the end, you really do know the skills, and you're also very comfortable at showing them to others, because you've had really good feedback, and it's been constructive and very much geared to allowing you to succeed.
And the exam, we do have an open book exam in the summer, and that's a paper that we give you to take away and fill in yourself. And again, there's feedback on that. And the end of term exam is a 3-hour written paper, and for anybody who might have any sort of difficulties with that, dyslexia or anything like that, obviously we cater for all of those potential problems. And we can have people sit in exams with you, or people write for you, and etc. So do give us a ring. If you've got any thoughts on that, just give us a ring at the office and let us go through it.
So we find that many people are quite interested in coming and doing the course just for their own interest and experience, that they're kind of curious and fascinated by this amazing stuff we've got to teach, and they may not yet know whether they want to actually work with clients, or they may just want to introduce and integrate it into their existing work or their work with their families, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think the course is designed to make you just a brilliant communicator, and whether that's on a one-to-one level, or whether it's getting the best from any encounter, whether it be a couple of people or whether it be a group of people. The skills that you learn on the course enable you to kind of make the best out of life, really, doesn't it? As somebody said to me once, I think courses of this nature, the nearest thing to a manual on how to be a happy human being.